So tell me, Yankee, why did you come to this horrible place?
Kill me for the repairs later.
As close to nowhere that I've ever seen.
This is gonna be bright.
Let's just say, looking for someone.
That someone must be very important, huh?
You've been waiting for it! A flood of targets!
Uh-oh. Guess what? It's here! A while ago, Capcom was like,
Does anyone want a remake of Resident Evil 4? No? We'll make one anyway.
Okay.
I know it's been out for like almost a month now. I wanted to make this video for a while, but I just couldn't stop playing. Is this remake as good and as amazing as the original? Well, we'll find out by the end of the video. 18 years after the original came out and blew everyone's mind, this thing shows up, and well, you know how you sometimes have deja vu? You see something and you feel like you've already seen it or experienced it before? Well, playing this remake is kind of like that, but at the same time, it's like being transported to a parallel universe, where small changes lead to massive changes. I was the first person to say that Resident Evil 4 should not get a remake, because it's already perfect in many ways. The original Resident Evil 4 is a phenomenal game, everyone knows that. So I immediately said no, the remake shouldn't exist, like it's not necessary. I was wrong.
Get ready.
You can sum up this whole video, and the whole remake for that matter, with this sentence. It's a remake that nobody asked for, but we're all glad it exists. It's the remake no one needed, but now everyone wants it. When you start the game, you can immediately see that the game has a more sinister tone. But the biggest difference is that this cop gets kidnapped after taking a piss, because he's an idiot.
Nature calls, huh? I'll be right back. Vaya sitio más tétrico.
¿Hay alguien ahí?
In the original, the enemies just watched MP. Weirdos. Perverts. Weird perverts. Obviously, everything is fucked. The cops die in horrific ways, and Leon, well, Leon is still a badass. He's more serious now, but at the same time, I think he has more one-liners.
No fucking way.
So I get to the village and I think, well, I chose the hardcore difficulty. It says that it's for people who finished the original game. I finished the original game like 20 times. I even just made a video about it. So this is probably going to be easy.
Shitting me.
Okay.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Did you see it? Did you see it? I was grabbed, I managed to get loose, and then I was grabbed again. I had to point this out. That's so annoying and cool. This game should be called Residents Grab You, or Grabbing of Evil. That kind of sounds like sexual assault. It's not easy. In fact, this game can be brutal, and I love it, for the most part. Later there are some really intense sections, but we'll talk about those when we get there. The village is a brutal wake-up call for any player. It shows you that you need to be on your toes at all times. I wasn't this afraid of old people since that time I had to teach my grandparents how to use a smartphone. Also, these pig-headed enemies. What's up with that? Are the developers trying to tell me that these enemies like to roll around in filth? Or is it a tribute to Pixie from Manhunt? Nah, he's actually the big guy from Resident Evil 5, just with a pig head. I like them though. This one goes down with 5 shotgun shells. This is where we're introduced to this game's side quests. They took the one side quest that was in the original and expanded upon it. And they really like that blue medallion side quest because they use it like 10 times in this game. There are other side quests too, like hunting fish and rats. There are also some good side quests, like taking down tougher variants of existing enemies, which could be considered as mini-bosses. Stop looking at me like that! You get these spinels, which you just found in the original game, but here, you can trade them for some useful items. And of course, I have to talk about this handsome fellow.
Over here, stranger.
Who's that?
At least Leon acknowledges him now. The Merchant. Obviously, nothing will beat the original Merchant. He's just the best. Everyone knows that. Everyone loves him. But I think they did the best that they could with him in this game. He sounds like he's trying to impersonate the original one, but it's not cringy or anything. He has some useful and entertaining dialogue.
If you want a fighting chance out there, you best tune up. Bigger is better, as they say. At least I thought so when I was a lad.
And he implies that there are more than one of them, which actually explains how he always shows up everywhere.
Ruby's all rubbish, it makes no difference. The price, well, that's our choice to make. We're starting to get an idea of your tastes, friend.
But if you would like to think that he teleports all over the place, then go ahead. That's actually more entertaining. Oh, and no, you cannot kill him. I tried. I would be sad if I succeeded in killing him, but I had to try.
A well-tuned weapon can make up for a lack of skill, friend.
Are you perhaps suggesting that I suck? The game is tough, but I'm getting the hang of it. I'm killing all the infected people, infected dogs, and bosses. El Del Lago is pretty much identical to the original, but the fight is more cinematic. Same with El Gigante.
Jesus Christ!
Gigante, giant Shrek guy.
Whoa! God damn, you're a big boy.
And also, El Doggo comes to my rescue like in the original.
Hey, it's that dog.
Hi, doggy.
I was sad at first because I thought he died. I thought that was his corpse, but no. He later appeared and I saved him.
Take care of yourself, buddy.
So now he returns the favor and fucking bites this giant. I think in the original he just distracted him, but here he fucking attacks him. Damn, that's cool. Who's a good boy?
That's what I'm talking about. Good boy.
Eventually, we get to the part everyone was afraid of. No one knew what to expect. This is where we meet the scariest monster.
Just let me go.
Listen. Easy with that.
Ashley.
Leon! They're here! Leon! Leon! Leon!
She's not that bad actually.
That went well.
They changed her in some ways. First of all, you can use her to open certain places. You could do that in the original, but again, they expanded upon it. She also doesn't have any health. You can say that she has 2 health points. If she gets hit once, she falls down. If she gets hit again, boom, it's over. But at least you don't need to waste health items on her. You just need to touch her and she's fine.
Ashley!
But you can't tell her to hide in a dumpster in this game. 0 out of 10.
Hey!
Leon! Stop!
Okay, you're good.
Hey. Leon! What? Leon!
Un forastero!
Glad to see they're still using bathrooms. There's also Louis Seraph, and for some reason, I really don't like his face. Like, you can tell just by looking at him that he's a low-life bastard.
Joder, not this guy! Who are you? Yeah, stop right there!
Why did Leon think he would just stop right there? Does he just carry that around everywhere he goes? Louis does help you out in the cabin, so that's cool. No ballistics though. And this part, where he meets Ada, who looks really good, I must say. She's finally wearing something more appropriate for this type of job. The existence of this part immediately told me that there won't be an additional campaign where you play as Ada. This part, this cutscene, was only shown to us in Ada's story in the original game. So the fact that they show it to us here means that she has no campaign story of her own here. Maybe they will add it as DLC later. Eventually, I get to the big cheese, and he is cheesier than ever before.
I thank you for your gift.
You wanna get ugly? Let's get ugly.
I actually think he's more menacing here. It took me a while to beat him.
Hey!
Oh my god, this fucking fire, stop! After I finally beat him, I just jumped from the window, but I didn't take his eye. And I thought, wow, that's weird. The game just let me jump from the window without taking the eye? I mean, don't I need it to progress forward? So I did the fight again, killed him again. I took his eye, and then I found out that, actually no, it's not necessary, but I do get quite a lot of money for it, so that's nice. Now I'm in the castle, and this part is very similar to the original.
Come on.
Hola, Luis here. You guys still around?
Well, I wanted to go home, but Ashley just had to see this castle first.
Perfect.
No way! They have catapults?
But you can control the cannon, so it's 10 times better.
again!
Why do these enemies remind me of Bloodborne? There was this part too. Wait, no. It can't be. The old blood is here! Oh. Just my nightmares again. Give us Bloodborne on PC from Software. Bloodborne on Steam, is that too much to ask? I'm sorry for yelling. Anyway, the infamous water room is still here, and I think that it's actually easier this time around. Doesn't mean it's easy though.
Jesus, it's bad.
I didn't really talk about the combat yet. Oh my god, the combat. It's so good, so slick, so majestic. Fuck, that's cool. Can you still suplex cultists? Yes, you can literally parry enemies. This is by far the most skill-based Resident Evil game out there. The knife, ooh, I love what they did with the knife. They took what they did with the knife in RE2 Remake, where they added durability to the knife, and again, say it with me now, they expanded upon it. Now, the knife has durability, but also you can fix it. You can find other knives and use those if your main knife breaks. You can turn these knives into bolts, and also they've added stealth in this game, which might sound weird, but it works. So you use the knife to stab old people in the neck, and cultists, and everyone. The description says that this is the knife Leon got in RE2. Thanks, Marvin. Rest in peace, Marvin. But descriptions can be misleading too, like with the snakes, or vipers, or whatever. It says that you can eat the viper if you remove the poison, which makes you think that if you eat it without doing anything, without removing the poison, you'll get poisoned. So I'm examining it and looking for ways to remove the poison. I think maybe I can use the knife to remove it, but no! You can just eat it without doing anything. The description is a lie. 0 out of 10. Eventually, we meet with the infected Napoleon, and for some reason, his dialogue and the way he speaks reminds me of Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. It's so eloquent. We also meet someone who is actually cool. The Gyarados, and then 2 Gyarados.
Great. There's 2 of them.
Yeah, you want a piece of me? Come on! You can also kill them using only the knife. I did it on my second playthrough on professional difficulty, and I even got an achievement for it. That's nice. Basically all of the bosses are back. They're pretty much identical to their original counterparts, and all of them are even better in my opinion.
Finally, some peace and quiet. My condolences to your master.
Yes, suck it, right hand. Only it didn't make it to this game for some reason. They probably thought the part where the hook was lowered was too goofy for this serious game. Napoleon was fucking annoying though.
Utterly uncivilized!
If only it was that easy to shut him up. He really likes to talk. Finally, he stopped talking. His dialogue is more annoying than his attacks. Way more difficult than the original. I don't even care that I'm breaking my knife. I'm just glad he's dead. I love what they did with Krauser. They took his QTE cutscene and made it into an actual boss fight. That's so cool. If you suck at parrying, you're gonna have a bad time here. Oh, and you can just kill him easily with a knife in like 10 seconds, like you could in the original. Look at this cool shit. Oh, and this time Ada doesn't save you. It's actually Louis.
What a disappointment.
Thanks, man. Oh, and he dies. He actually survived way longer than he should have. I will honor you by playing with your face in photo mode. There was also this part where you play as Ashley.
Don't scare me like that.
And yeah, it's spooky. Way more than the original. And then, of course, we get to the island. Damn, that's beautiful. I sometimes just stopped and stared at some sections of this game. I think most people didn't really like this part in the original, at least compared to the village and the castle. But in the remake, I don't know. I don't know if it's better than the original, but it is good. We of course meet all of these bastards. Guy with lightning rod and gas mask, or whatever this is.
Sorry, must have slipped.
Oh shit, the big dude who used to look like Jax from Mortal Kombat, but now has a pig mask on. What's with the pig masks? Do pigs symbolize power in this cult? Because only the big powerful enemies have those. Now I imagine all of the bosses having them too. That would be cool. Someone should make a mod for it. This is also, of course, where we meet the myth, the legend, the fucking Regenerator. This part genuinely made me uneasy on my first playthrough, and I'm not scared of video games anymore. After playing Amnesia and Cry of Fear back in the day, nothing scares me anymore. I think what made me feel uneasy is the fact that the moment I stepped into this place, I just knew what was coming. I knew that this is where I'll meet the Regenerator, and that anticipation gave me anxiety. And then, it finally happened.
What the fuck are you?
Also, not only was I playing on the hardest difficulty available, I also, for whatever reason, decided not to play with sniper rifles in this playthrough, which means that I didn't get to use the special scope that shows me the parasites, which are the Regenerator's weak points, except for this part where the game gives you the scope, and it's compatible with a weapon you get a bit earlier. With the scope, it's really easy to kill them, almost laughable, even on the highest difficulty, but without it, well...
Present for you.
Holy shit, just fucking die already.
Die, you stubborn son of a bitch.
Exactly. I'm literally almost out of bullets. And my knife is about to break.
Jesus. Cuddly bastard.
No bullets left. No health left. And my knife was very close to breaking. Even if this game isn't considered a true survival horror game, this part truly captured the feeling of being terrified and using literally everything you have just to survive. And by everything I mean everything. That is awesome.
Ashley, damn it!
I guess we eventually need to talk about Sadler, who is the main antagonist of this game. Nah.
I am Osmond Sadler, the speaker for our Lord.
Tell someone who gives a shit.
Exactly, Leon. No one cares about him. I mean, he was kind of bland in the original, but at least he had some entertaining dialogue, and for some reason he reminded me of Tommy Wiseau.
Involuntarily, you'll do as I say. I'll have total control over your minds.
What a story, Mark.
Enjoy the reunion with your old friend.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Wonderful.
You must be kidding, aren't you?
Perhaps you can resist, but you cannot disobey.
Anyway, how is your sex life?
I might have kind of overused that joke in my videos about the original RE4, but here they just made him an ugly, religious nutter. Just a generic, crazy religious person. That's probably why he wouldn't shut up in his boss fight.
You renegade. You have forsaken holy body. The bright dirt to become one with us.
How is he talking with his mouth full like that? He literally has a giant eyeball in his fucking mouth. I wish I could do that. Okay, you want me to shut you up like I did with your Napoleon? Come on, let's go! it looks like I have to use the rocket launcher here. In the original, you could kill him without picking it up, which is what I did in the previous video. Man, this is the second time Ada just finds a rocket launcher out of nowhere during the final boss fight. And that's it, we're done. The cult is defeated, the world is saved, the remaining enemies freak out because their papa is dead. We have one last thrill ride.
You like thrill rides? You're gonna love this.
Ashley is less direct this time.
Thank you for saving me.
Don't mention it.
You know, I could put in a word with my dad. Have you assigned to my detail, if you're interested.
No thanks, bro.
And boom, it's over. But there's some narration.
Patch me through. I've obtained the amber.
Excellent.
Just one question. What are you planning to do with this?
We do not pay you to ask questions.
You don't pay her to ask questions, but then you answer her question.
All you need to know is a new dawn is breaking. 100 will give their lives so that just one may live. I am expediting that change.
So, we're talking millions of casualties.
Billions.
That's some nice foreshadowing. Hey buddy, nice to see you again. We'll catch up in RE5 Remake, yeah? Can't wait to melt your ass in lava. That didn't came, right? Oh god, that too.
Saturation.
So, is this game as perfect and as fantastic and handsome as the original? Yes and no, but probably yes. In a way, it's even better. I never in my life thought I would say that. Since I played the original, I always loved it. Loved it. It's been in my top 10 games ever since. Up until now. But maybe, because I've played it so much over the years, and maybe because the remake is new and I still have some hype over it, maybe because of that I feel like the remake is even better. I think that they are both, in their own ways, masterpieces. And I don't use that word lightly. This remake is awesome and everyone should play it. Although, they did remove this dialogue.
Ashley.
Don't come!
0 out of 10. Don't buy this shit.
No!
No, it's actually pretty good. A+. Buy it now. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video, and especially thanks to the 2 people who made it to the end of the video. I'm still kind of new to this YouTube thing, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I wanted to do it for years now, but just recently decided to actually do it and start making videos. I'm mostly going to talk about video games, but sometimes I'll do like random videos that I just feel like doing about random topics, like I did with my recent video about Andrew Tate fighting Jotaro Kujo from JoJo's. That was random, but I think it's funny. But now I'm planning to do a video where I compare the original Resident Evil 4 and the remake. Talk about the details more, in a bit more in-depth way. In a more detailed way. And yeah, English isn't my first language, as you can probably tell. So I don't really like saying it, but if you like the video, please like, subscribe, all that shit that YouTubers ask you to do. And yeah, take care. See ya. Thanks again for watching.
Ballistics.